Not 100, not 1,000, not 10,000. Yes, today, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about 100, comma, 000. This amount in dollars produced every single month from, guess what? That's right, you guessed it. Maybe you didn't. We're talking about digital products today, something that I really have not dedicated an entire video to, but today we're going to dive into profitable course creation. Why? Because you guys have asked for it. And so I recently got inspired by a man named Neil Patel because he made a video one time about how to make $100,000 per month with a digital course. And disclaimer, I am not at that level yet. I have just crossed over six figures in revenue in 1 year from my digital products. However, my goal is those 5 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the goal for the company, is to make 100K plus per month in digital product sales. And I recently got even extra inspired because I heard of a story of a business owner, a content creator, yes, but this girl also has a digital course and was able to make, I kid you not, $1 million in sales from an organic audience. Now she's running paid ads to this digital product, and I'm like, wow, that is inspiring. Just to see how these things are possible, all with sharing your knowledge in the form of most likely videos, packaging it together and selling it in a digital format. Less is more. Say it again with me now, less is more. So what this means is that you don't want to include every single thing that you know about this topic. Why? Because it's not necessary, and that's a recipe for the student taking it, not being able to finish and getting in there and being, oh, like, holy crap, I won't be able to finish this. It's so long, you know, it's over 10 hours of content and yada, yada, yada. So the main thing that you should focus on is, okay, what are the essential things that this person has to learn and nothing more? Okay, so just start with including maybe what you think is too little. What you think is too little is probably perfect. And a great example is a course I recently launched called BizTuber. It's a pocket offer, so it's lower in price, meaning in my case, it's under $50. But I wanted to include all kinds of stuff, like hours and hours and hours. And I'm like, Marissa, you're a little bit crazy. This is a pocket offer, okay? And I was like, oh, like, what if it's not enough? What if they're gonna judge me and think, oh my gosh, I didn't learn anything. I already knew all this. And so I launched the course. There was 150 students who joined it within the first 6 days. And I was like, this is really cool. And I got nervous because I'm like, oh, I didn't see any comments in the course. I didn't see any positive feedback. I'm like, crap, like, what if it's not enough? And I really started to doubt myself. Then the comments started to roll in, and I'm like, wow, well, wait a minute. This person actually said it was good. This person said it was fantastic and just what they needed to move on. And this is where they were stuck. I was like, yes, thank you. Like, so just go with, you know, the less is more. Include less in the curriculum. And so the other thing that kind of goes hand in hand in this is, can they complete it? Is that, you know, condensed enough to where they can complete it, they can digest it. And a good rule of thumb is, can this person get through your course in 3 months? Like, 3 months is a long time, but 3 months maximum, okay? So this course shouldn't take somebody like, you know, 6 months to go through. Really, they should be able to go through it very, very fast and be able to start implementing in the second month after they've consumed the content. By the way, if you're loving this video, you're a full-time YouTuber with a mission-driven business behind your YouTube channel, you definitely want to check out the 6-step blueprint, which is located in the first link in the description. You're going to learn 6 steps of pure strategy, and also you'll discover the #1 mistake that I see full-time YouTubers making over and over again by not having this one thing. And also you'll learn the key mindset shifts when wanting to create your dream CEO calendar. And most importantly, you'll learn about the #1 tool that helped me go from overwhelm and centralize my business, and most importantly, streamline, systemize, and be able to scale over and over and over. So I find it extremely helpful. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead and download the Subscribers to Sales Blueprint with the 6 steps in the description and grab your copy today. So the next thing is that the product needs to work. I can't emphasize this enough, and that's why we're going over it again. It's like, you know, this business or this digital course, yes, is supposed to help you create the lifestyle you want, bring you revenue, but what's the point? And why would you even start it if, your students are like, okay, well, I don't get it. I still don't get it. I'm not getting results. So as a creator, you have to think, okay, what are you not getting? So you're going to have a few launches of this. So you're going to launch the beta version, or maybe, a version that gets dripped out to students. So this is a good way to do it. So if you sell a course that's not even complete yet, right? And this is totally ethical. People do it all the time and encourage it. It's where you sell one chunk of it at a time. So maybe there's 5 different phases in your course, and you start by just selling the first phase. So that way, the students go through the first phase and you get not only feedback on the first phase, but you're like, okay, so instead of thinking that I should have taught this, now what I can teach them later is this topic instead, because so many people are asking for it. So many people are getting stuck here. So now I need to dive into this topic a little bit deeper. Happy customers and testimonial stories are the best thing for your product. And that's also what's going to help you scale your product, is when you have those stories that you can prove that your program works. Because that's the other thing, when your product is good, people are gonna rave about it. I mean, yes, there are several courses that, maybe not several, maybe 3 or 4, because I've taken several. I've taken a lot, maybe, I don't know, over 25, 30 courses. And I could probably rave about 3 or 4 because they got me results, and their processes and things that I learned from those courses that I implement every single day of my, business career job as an influencer, as a business owner, as a YouTuber. And so those are the courses I rave about. I don't even care if I have an affiliate commission. I just say, hey, check out this course because this is what you need. So it's fun when you can say that about other people's product, but it's even more fun when students rave about what you've produced. It's just this great, satisfying feeling. And that's where we get into this whole thing where this business model is high impact and high income, because you're making a huge impact on someone's life. You're helping them get results with the process you've created. And that's such a fulfilling thing. And that's very special. And that's why it's called high impact, because you're able to make an impact and really could be life-changing experience for your customer. And so when you have happy customers, it keeps you as the course creator happy, because you have to also stay happy creating this content and talking about it and helping. And let's say you have a Facebook community that goes with this course. It's going to keep you motivated to do coaching calls, do group calls, to keep you answering questions. And so everyone just all the way around is happy. So when you have happy students, you're going to be a happy creator. And that is what is going to help you scale this thing to 100K a month. And so the next big component of having a really profitable and successful course is there has to be some type of community aspect. There aren't very many creator, or actually there might, I don't know. But all of the people producing millions of dollars from their courses have some type of community to offer alongside of the actual course, because there's 2 purposes here. So the course goes deep, right? It goes deep into the curriculum and it teaches in depth what you need to know. Okay, but a community, or some people call it a membership, or a group to where the students could meet each other, interact, ask questions. That is what matters, because that is where the whole implementation side of it is. Because people are going to get stuck. No matter how good your course is, people are going to get stuck, and they're going to ask questions, and they're going to need help. And the great part about a community is that they can encourage each other, help people get unstuck, help people with these limiting beliefs that they're still having, so that they can move on and take the necessary action to implement what they are learning in the course. That's a very, very important part of the community, and something that's really rewarding when you're a course creator and having a community is you get to interact with these people and see what they're struggling with on a day-to-day, and it's really special, because if you can help them just get through a hump that's been holding them back for a long time, that is awesome, because now they have all this momentum. And when you have momentum in your life, that is a really good thing. You're kind of unstoppable. So a community really helps with those types of aspects and holding people accountable, moving people forward. Because a lot of people that buy courses, like I forget what the statistic is, but I think it's like 70% of people who buy a product or a course end up not finishing it. Like 70% of people like end up not finishing it, something like that, some really high percentage. So you really, with the community, it really helps get your students to the finish line. And another great thing, especially this is something that we like to do in our subscribers to sales community, is we love to celebrate wins together. Like when people achieve a certain amount of views, like, oh my gosh, my channel just hit 10,000 views. I just hit 1,000 subscribers. We celebrate together because it's like a family, right? And that's what's super special. And like, for example, on Friday, we have this thing called Feedback Friday where everybody in that same post is able to post their YouTube channel or their new YouTube videos that was posted on their channel. And the idea is we all give each other feedback, we engage with each other's videos, and it's really something special. So the next thing that is super important to the organization of the course is what is it? Is just that, the organization of the course, okay? You have to have some type of order to it. You can't just upload a ton of videos onto a platform and call it a day. Like, I remember I took a course one time. It was very long. It was long, but the videos were very short, so it was easy to go through. However, it had like no just structure to it. And what I mean by that is you're going to have to break down your course into big phases, okay, or big chapters or big module. However you want it. You want to have basically umbrella sections, okay? And in those umbrella sections, you're going to have lessons. You're going to have sub lessons. You're going to have different topics within them, and they please put some type of numbering system on them. So maybe you have chapter 1, and then you have lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you could even break it down. If you have a sub lesson in lesson 1, it could be 1.1, but just make sure it's in some type of logical order, because if not, that's like my biggest pet peeve. I will not take a course if it's unorganized. Like, it probably wouldn't have sold me if the course creator was unorganized, because whatever. But the point is, the more digestible it is, as far as like where you are, like, okay, cool, last night I made it through chapter 3. Sweet, that's where I am. I know I'm on chapter 3, lesson 3.4 or something like that. Because if you just like put a name to the video, no one's gonna remember where they are with just a name, okay? And that's where like it has to have some type of order. Even if you use letters like A, B, C, A1, A2, whatever you choose, and make sure it's understandable to the person going through it. They will appreciate it so much more. And you will too, because let's say you're in the community and you're on a coaching call and you're like, oh yeah, go through, introduction on blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, which video is that? And if there's no number, it's like, how can you direct people somewhere quickly without you as a course creator not knowing exactly where it is and able to pinpoint it and identify it really quickly? Oh, and another big hint, this is kind of off topic, but it is very important not to dwell on which platform you're going to use to upload your course. So many people get stuck on, what should I use? Should I use Kajabi, Thinkific, Teachable? I personally use Kartra. It doesn't matter. That's probably the least important thing to course creation is the platform, because you can always change it. So whatever course builder or whatever membership site you wanting to use, just try one out. Use it, get your videos on there, worry about the rest of the details later. So the next thing that we're talking about today is how are you gonna sell this thing? Okay, so this is actually for those course creators that have a product around the $1,000, above $500, less than $2,000 course. Okay, we're not talking about pocket products or ebooks or something like that. We're talking about a course that is higher ticket. And to do that, you need a sales system that is automatically going to sell it for you, or else you're going to have to be pitching it constantly to your audience or something like that. And maybe you have to get on calls with people. You don't want to do that. You want to have this like clockwork automated for you. So the best way to do that is with delivering some type of webinar or workshop. You're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need your sales funnel builder. You're going to need your email marketing system. And you will need a webinar platform. Okay, this could be Webinar Jam, Easy Webinar, Ever Webinar, There's a ton of different webinar programs out there. So you'll need basically to create a webinar that sells your product. So this typically is going to be about an hour-long presentation, but it's going to take your potential customer through a journey and why they should buy from you. So the idea is that the webinar will go through a series of, like, you'll introduce yourself, talk about your credibility, who you are, your story. This is an important one. It's going to have your story in the webinar, okay? And then it will introduce your program. It'll talk about people's pain points, how you can relate to their pain points. It'll talk about mistakes that they've made. But most importantly, one thing about the webinar is it should be valuable, okay? So regardless of whether somebody buys from you or not, somebody should be able to walk away from your webinar and be able to implement something. They should be able to have learned at least 3 things, okay? That's what's important, is that you can, because you're asking somebody to watch your webinar for an hour, maybe a little longer, and that's a long time. That's kind of a long time. So in exchange, at least give them something valuable. So the more valuable your webinar is, and you're not just pitching the whole webinar, the better. The more than likely people are going to buy from you. And so let's talk like technicalities here. So I use, what do I use? I use EverWebinar. It's basically kind of like the sister of Webinar Jam. So with EverWebinar, you record the webinar in there, you upload it, and then EverWebinar will automatically send like introductory emails to the person who signs up for your webinar. So you could have it be like every 15 minutes that somebody is able to take your webinar. So when they sign up, they have automatic like webinar links sent to their email with the time, location, date, all that stuff. And another good thing is, like, you can have a workbook delivered to your lead and be like, hey, check out this workbook. With this workbook, we're going to dive into these key points, so people could print out the workbook, follow along with the key points in the webinar. That's always a great one. And then the other great thing about a webinar platform is that it really tracks the data. So how long people are staying on your webinar, like what is the retention rate? When are people falling off? Where are people asking the most questions? You can set up a chat so that people can ask their questions. You could have somebody monitor it, or somebody answer those questions later and follow up. But the most important thing about the webinar sequence, or the whole webinar sales funnel, is that the webinar is going to do maybe 30% of the selling. But what's going to do the rest of the selling is the follow-up. So if people stop in the middle of the webinar and they leave, the webinar platform is going to say, oh, this person didn't attend. Let's send them an email and say, hey, wait a minute, can you, what was wrong? Like, sad face, you left the webinar early. So it'll send them a replay, and then it'll also send them a follow-up. So the money is also going to be heavily made in the follow-up, because a lot of people may not buy like right there on the webinar presentation, but they can follow up and buy the product with a follow-up sequence. So there'll be a sequence for like did not attend, did attend but left early, and those are definitely going to be emails that will capture sales to your course. So that's really important to have in place. And I'm not gonna lie, it does take some hard work getting all this stuff set up, but I promise, like, once you have the whole machine set up and like this webinar is selling automatically for you, it is the best thing. You'll be able to make passive income, sales while you sleep. You won't have to sell like ever, okay? It's called Evergreen. This is called an Evergreen webinar sales funnel. All right, if you've made it to this point in the video, I guarantee you're going to love the video that's coming up next, all about making your business life-proof. Can your YouTube business survive without you? That's the question. We're gonna dive deep into that topic on this video right here. So go ahead and check it out. Fellow YouTube business owners who consider themselves professional and full-time creators, I have a question for you. If you decided to step away from your YouTube business for a day,